there are some shapes and you have to find the sum of their angles. How would you find it? So today we will learn that. First, let's learn what are angles. So here there is a straight line. This makes a 30-degree angle. Here also it is 30 degrees. Therefore, in the opposite side also it would be 30 degrees. But what about this angle? Yes, how much it would be? It would be 150 degrees. But why? Because the whole straight line is equal to 180 degrees. And if we cut the 30-degree portion, then the remaining would be 150. How? 180 minus 30. Therefore, which gives us 50 degrees. 150 degrees. Therefore, this angle would be of 150 degrees. Now, if this angle is 150 degrees, then the angle opposite to that angle would also be the same, which is 150 degrees, as this line cuts a line. Now, how much would this angle be? Yes, if this is 60 degrees, then the opposite of this angle would also be 60 degrees. What about this angle? Yes, it would be 120. Now, let's measure with this line. So, this would be a 180 degree angle. Therefore, 180 degrees minus 60 degrees, which is equal to 120 degrees. Therefore, this angle would be of 120 degrees and the angle opposite to it would also be of 120 degrees. Now, here, what do you see? Yes, a very interesting thing. The whole circle is of 360 degrees. Now, if I divide 360 degrees into 4 equal parts, then how much would one part be? Yes, it would be of 90 degrees. So, you come to know that each angle here would be of 90 degrees. If all the angles are of 90 degrees, what would be their sum? Yes, the sum would again come 360. Now, if I bend this line, here I can see two angles. So, what are they? This is 45 degrees. So, the angle opposite to it would also be of 45 degrees. Therefore, this angle shall be of 135 degrees. Why? Yes, because 180 degrees, we can take both of the lines. This one with an arrow or the straight line. By both of them, we get the answer 135. How? 180 minus 45 degrees. 180 degrees minus 45 degrees, which would give us 135 degrees. So, was that simple? Now, let's see one more angle. Here, this is again 30 degrees. 30 degrees and here also 30 degrees. So, this would be how many degrees? Yes, it would be 150 degrees. Now, remember, if here angle is x and there is one more angle that is also x, but the lines are very long. So, do the lines matter in the angle? No. This angle and this angle would be the same if they are both same. Lines cannot change angles. Now, let's learn a 180 degree angle. So, here there are two 180 degrees angles. If I have a line, then there are infinite points on it. And every point has a 180 degree angle. Therefore, a line has many points, infinite points. So a line would have infinite 180-degree angles also. Here, one thing, did you notice? If this angle is equal to 180, then the angle opposite to it would also be equal to 180. Now, let's learn a very interesting thing. Here, a transversal cuts two parallel lines. These two are parallel lines, A and B. A is parallel to B. Now, if this angle is C, then and this angle is D, then we have to find the all other 6 angles. How would we find? Yes, this angle would be C, this would be D. How? Because opposite to C we would get the C angle, opposite to D we would get the D angle. And one more thing by which you can solve, that if this is D, then this angle would be 180 degrees minus D, and 180 degrees minus D is equal to C. Therefore, we write C here. Like that you can do with D also. Then after that, C would come here, as this angle C is here also, because the lines are parallel. Then D would also come here. Then again you can use the same process and you will get that we have the same answers here and here. So was this simple? Now for example, this angle is 45 degrees and we have to find the all other angles. So how would we do that? First, here we would write 45 degrees. Then here also we will write 45 degrees as we learned. Then here also 45 degrees. Now 180 degrees minus 45 degrees, what is it? It is 135 degrees. Opposite to it also we have 135 degrees. Then down there is 135 degrees and 135 degrees. Because 180 degrees minus 45 degrees is 135 degrees. Now, here we will learn a very interesting formula. So, for example, I have any shape. For example, a triangle. So, in a triangle, I want to find what would be the sum of its interior angles. So, what are interior angles? Interior angles are the angles which are located inside the shape. For example, in this triangle, the interior angles will be A, B and C. Now, what would be the sum of angles A, B and C? A plus B plus C would be equal to 180 multiplied by n minus 2. Here n is the number of sides, so 3 minus 2. Therefore 180 multiplied by 1, which gives us 180. Therefore the sum of the angles of an triangle would be equal to 180. What about a square? Yes, in a square it would be equal to 90 plus 90 plus 90 plus 90. Now, when I add these 490, I get 360 degrees. Let's check that we get 360 by the method or not. So 180 multiplied by n, which is the number of sides. Here we have 4, then minus 2 in bracket, which gives us 180 multiplied by 2. When we solve it, we get 360. So let's solve some of the questions on this basis. So here I have a triangle. Now I want to find the sum of the interior interior angles of this triangle. We already know that the sum is 180. We solved it just now. Now, here of a square. So, as you see, these all angles are 90 degrees. So, 90 degrees into 4, which is 360 degrees. Now, in a rectangle also, it would be the same. How? Yes, because a rectangle also has 490 degrees only. Do you know a square is an rectangle? Then we have a pentagon. What would be the sum of the angles of a pentagon? Yes, 180 multiplied by n minus 2. What is n? N is the number of sides. So, 5 minus 2. 180 multiplied by 5 minus 2, which is 180 multiplied by 3. Now, you can solve it. 180 multiplied by 3 is equal to 540. Therefore, the sum of the angles of the pentagon would be 540. Now, if we have a hexagon, so how would we find it? Yes, 180 multiplied by 6 minus 2, which is 4. Now, how would you solve this? 18 multiplied by 4. Now, here you can solve this and you would get 72. So, put a 0 after that. 720 would be the sum of angles of a pentagon. Now, like that, let's find more. What would be there in a septagon or a heptagon? Yes, it would be 180 multiplied by 5. Now, do you see? We don't need to write minus 2. We can straight away calculate it. That is very simple. Now, 180 multiplied by 5, which would be 900. Now, here is a octagon. Octagon, how would we find it? 180 multiplied by 6. 180 multiplied by 6. 6. Then 6 8s are, which are 48. 6 1s are 6, which is 1080. Oh, how much is the angle sum? You shall calculate it if we have got the answer right. Now, here is a nonagon. How would we calculate the nonagon? No, sorry, this is a decagon. You can count the sides. They are 10. 5 plus 5. So, how would we do this? 180 into 8 as 10 minus 2. Then, we can calculate it as 144 and we will put a 0. After that, we have a shape with 12 sides. This shape is called a dodecagon. Now, how would we calculate its angle sum? It is the angle sum property of this dodecagon is very high. How much is it? Yes, it is 1800. Let's calculate it. 180 multiplied by 12 minus 2 in brackets, 180 multiplied by 10, which gives us 1800. So, now, here we have a trapezium. Let's find the area of an trapezium. What is the area of trapezium? Yes, it is half multiplied by height multiplied by base 1 plus base 2. What are the bases? What is the height? Yes, so the base 1 is the upper one, the upper side. The base 2 is the lower side. What is the height? Height is not this line. Height is perpendicular to base 1 and base 2. Therefore, this is the height. Now, if I have the base 1 as 4, base 2 as 8 and the height is 10. So, how would we calculate the area? Yes, we already know it. Half into height, which is 10, and multiplied by base 1 plus base 2, which is equal to half into first base 1 plus base 2, 4 plus 8, 12. Then half into 10, then multiplied by how much? 12. So half into 10 is how much? It is 5 multiplied by 12, which gives us 60. Therefore, the area of this trapezium would be 60, and then the unit, it can be meter square, centimeter square, as per the question. Now, here we have a rhombus. Now, here, as you see, this is not an exact rhombus, it is a parallelogram. So, here the sides are different. Now, what is its area? Yes, this is very simple. First, let's take the height as h. The height would be perpendicular to the upper base and the lower base. So, this height multiplied by the base, which is this one. These two would be perpendicular. If I have the height given as 5 and the base given as 4, then what would be the area? It would be 30. Now, if I cut it and make a rhombus, so what would be the area of the rhombus? Yes, we can find it by the same method. Here, the height would be h, and h multiplied by the base, which is b. Now, if I take the base as 10 and the height as 7, then what would be the area? It would be 70, and the unit. Therefore, now let's do that with a triangle. So, what is the area of a triangle? Yes, the area of a triangle is half base multiplied by height. Half multiplied by base multiplied by height. This line is the height, and this line is the base. This is the height and this is the base. So, if I have the height as 10 and the base as 8, then can you find the area? Yes, it would be 40, and then the unit. If it is 10 meter and 8 meter, it would be 40 meters square. But how did we do this? Yes, we placed the base and the height. So, half multiplied by base, which is 8. So, half multiplied by 8 multiplied by 10. Now, we solve it. 4 into 10, which is 40. You can also do it like 5 into 8. Why? Because you can bring the 10 here, then half it, and then multiply. Now, what about a rectangle? In a rectangle also, we have the same. Base multiplied by the height. So, how is base multiplied by height written as? Length multiplied by breadth. Here we don't say base and height. If the length is 5 centimeters and the breadth is 2 centimeters, the length is always longer than the breadth. So, what would be the area? It would be 10 centimeters square. Don't forget the unit. Thank you. Bye. If you like, please subscribe. We will be taking many interesting videos. Have a nice day.